Hello and welcome to this video where I'll be sharing a walk I did around Kinder Scout. I had only walked along the western edge of the plateau on previous visits, so was looking forward to exploring more of the area and trying to reach the summit if I could work out where it was. So, time to get going. Right, I've just left the car behind and I'm now setting off. So it's about 4k up to the Kinder Scout plateau, I think. So my girlfriend and I, we recently got a puppy, which has been absolutely lovely, but a lot of hard work, and it's been difficult to sort of get out of the house and not feel like we're leaving the other person in doing all the work. So I've not been for a walk for a couple of weeks, and to be honest, I can tell that I'm not as fit as I was. I'm feeling a bit more out of breath than I would expect. So I suspect today will be fairly challenging, and I'll be tired when I get home. But we'll see what it's like, won't we? But it's a lovely day. The weather looks pretty good. I think it's meant to stay like this. I'm not expecting any rain other than potentially a tiny bit of drizzle, but I think it may get a little bit hazy later in the day, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm looking forward to getting up to Kinder Scout. You're taking, aren't you? Hello. So this track that went in front of us is marked on the map as Rehab. So I can't see a hut anywhere, so I presume that's the name of this little hill. So from here on up to the plateau, I think the path will just be like this. So it's obviously more well used, or at least unfortunately more well used. So just off the path here is a plane wreck. There are quite a few of these around on, well, most mountain ranges in the UK. There are especially lots in the Peak District.
this is a fun little diversion.
This is the top of Kinder Downfall, and the main path goes that way towards Edale. But I'm going to be going this way up the stream towards the actual peak of Kinder Scout. I think for such a popular mountain, the actual summit probably isn't visited that much because the main path doesn't go near it. To be honest, you get the best views from the edge of a plateau, so that's where people stick. But I want to visit the top, so that's where I'm going.
So the path wasn't particularly better on the left and the right, so I've gone back to the river to see what it's like here. I think it's probably going to be a bit boggy everywhere, but it's a lovely little river or stream, very shallow and calm. I'm doing my best to follow a path heading in the right direction, and I think there are a lot of paths here broadly heading in the same direction. And it feels a little bit like a maze though, with all of these ditches and valleys, watercourses. Quite disorientating. Just got a few hundred metres until we get to the top of Kinder Scout. So I don't think there'll be much to see from the top other than a wide expanse of moorland, but it'll be nice to get there anyway, just for completion's sake. I thought this bit of a walk would be interesting, and it's not disappointed. Just checked on my phone, and we are going in the right direction, and we're getting closer to the top. It'd be very easy to get turned around in here though. I'll have to check again if I don't see anything. Now, according to the map, this is the top. I mean, there's nothing here. There's a little cairn over there, so maybe I'll go over to that. So I'm not 100% sure if this is the top or not, but there's a cairn here, so there must be something. view's actually better than I thought. You can actually see a good way. So I've now been to where the OS map says the top was. There wasn't really anything there. There was a nearby cairn, which I've been to now, and there's a little path leading away from the cairn, going in the general direction of where the OpenStreetMap says the top is. So I guess I'll just go in this direction for a bit and see if there's anything over here. So I sat down to have a little Google and a look at the map to decide where the actual top of Kinder Scout was, and it sounds like various contending spots, all at 636 metres. So after I've been to the spot on the OS map, and I've been to that little cairn. So to be honest, I think I can take this one off and say I've been to the top. So I'm now gonna just have a bit of lunch. I've had my lunch now, and I'm on my way back to the edge of the plateau, this time the south edge, and I'm going to walk along there for a bit and then walk back round and down the way I came. So I think these rocks are called the wool packs, and aren't they fantastic? Brilliant shapes. It's like one massive playground. We've now left the wool packs behind us, and I'm just following the path round the edge of the Kinder Scout Plateau, which I'll do most of the way around before cutting across in about 4k. So I've rung home to see how my girlfriend and the puppy are getting on, and they're doing fine. The puppy's behaving himself, so I will be going ahead and doing the whole walk that I'd got planned rather than cutting it short, which is nice. So yeah, this is the weather is better than I was expecting actually. You can see quite a way. It's not really that hazy. We're continuing to walk along the edge of the plateau on the edge of Edo Moss, and we've just passed Grindslow Knoll over there. We're going over here. As you can see, it's a lot busier along here than I was expecting. Lots of groups. I've got a bit of a decision to make soon, which is when to cut across to the north side of the plateau. Now, I could go right to the east end of the plateau, but I just think that might be slightly too far. I might just get home a bit late, and I might be tired. So originally I planned to cut across a little bit further back, but I just got carried away because it was lovely walking, and I didn't pay attention to the map. So I could go back there and cut across where there's a rough path. But I think what I'm probably going to do is keep going another 600 metres to Ringing Roger, which is a cliff, I think. Have a look at that, and then cut across, and there should be a trig point at the kind of halfway mark, which will be something interesting to aim for. And from looking at the satellite view, it looks like the ground shouldn't be too sort of rough. There shouldn't be too many of the little valleys and sort of mires that I was battling through on the way to Kinder Scout itself. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's keep going. So I've left Ringing Roger behind me, and I'm now heading across the plateau towards the trig point.
After heading north from the trig point, I soon reached the main path on the north side of the plateau. From here, I guesstimated I had just about 9 or 10 kilometres to go. So I've been going north for a little bit, following the edge of the plateau, and I'm about to turn west over there. But we've now reached this point, which is apparently called Fairbrook Naze, and it gives you a great view of where we've been. You can see all the way along there, and then round.
So before, when I said 9 or 10k, I think I was being a bit optimistic, because with all the wiggling around it does and going around the various cliffs and rocks and whatnot, I think it's quite a lot more than that. And I think I am getting a bit tired now, and the going underfoot is hard work, with going up and down over rocks and trying to fight through boggy bits. So I think that's worn me out a little bit, but I'm doing fine. Well, made it to the end of the circular bit of the walk. So it's just back down off the plateau by the main road now. So I'll get my poles out to help with the descent, because it is quite steep and my legs are a bit tired now. Right, back at the car now, and it feels so good to sit down. Yeah, had a brilliant day. It was a really interesting route with lots of cool things to see along the way, and the weather was brilliant. But yeah, it was it was tiring, so I'm glad to be sat down, and I'm looking forward to dinner and a hot bath when I get home. So yeah, when I set off I was a little bit worried that my fitness wasn't where it used to be, and I think I've lost a little bit of fitness from not going for walks for a couple of weeks, but I think I've been pleasantly surprised with how I did actually. So I felt pretty good for most of the walk. It's just maybe a bit of the endurance I've lost, but overall not too bad really. So yeah, brilliant day.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.